Yo, what up guys? Alright, golden energy, happy full moon and happy lunar eclipse. This is day 10 of 2020. Today I'm literally like super restless. Today I just been awake literally since like 9 in the morning, and I slept at 4 in the morning last night, 30 something, 50 something. And literally I'm feeling the full moon and its big shift energy and its high frequency that is literally hyping us up right now like crazy. And I've been literally like restless the whole day. I tried to meditate, I slept, did maybe like 8 meditations, breath work, and I'm still wired as fuck. Like I'm like, what is going on? It's crazy. I'm pretty sure many of you guys are feeling the same way, so I just want to kind of like jump to the bridge right now. I'm going to just read you the bridge, it's a long one, and then I will just cover some stuff, and that will conclude. Right now it's 11:33 PST. Great, beautiful number. Let's do this. I did this preach at this time just because the full moon is right now happening at midnight, so just wanted to make the video at that time, so it'll be almost like a kind of a ritual live record at that time, because for me it's all about the timing at the time. Okay, today as you welcome the full moon, lunar eclipse, and its big shift, know that the timing that you have been waiting for is now, without a shred of doubt. Last night, 01/09/20, which was yesterday, I slept at 3:18 a.m. Actually, I slept at 3:50 a.m. because that's when I left the studio at 3:18. Because I was already feeling the high super shift from the January 10/20 full moon, since it was technically 10:20 a.m. hours being 3 a.m. The feeling was beyond words. It almost felt like I had hit the mother load of space and time just froze, and I was in a timeless bubble of becoming my ideal version. If you're more aware of what is balanced in your life and what is unbalanced at this very second, that's because the full moon energy is pushing the envelope for you to see what is no longer serving you and what is actually viable in your life for a balanced, healthy, blissful living. That's literally what I was just feeling this whole entire day. I have a company that I'm running, it's called Phony Art, and I literally felt like I don't even need, that company is not viable in my reality anymore. I didn't even think about it once. For the first time in like the longest time, I didn't even take a single phone call. It was like, phone was off the whole day. Crazy. Like that's as real as it gets. And I felt more balanced, meditating, just I was getting so many downloads, so many channels of like what I want to do, the podcast, the YouTube. I was getting so many perfect instructions. It was like almost like an instructional guidance and downloads of how to perfect my career in 2020 and how to just blossom and just bloom like in the spring. It was just such a beautiful day. Same time, you were super restless. I had like 4 coffees, even though I don't drink coffee very rarely, but I've been literally this whole day, and I'm super restless right now, and I'm literally trying to at least make this video before like going to bed. So I would at least kind of record at this day was like a really special day, so everyone else can actually benefit from this, how powerful this day is and how much importance it has in our lives. It is definitely a day to remember, because it's one of those days that this kind of a thing happened to me in last year of March. That's when I became vegan. It's this powerful shift where you literally feel like you can't actually deny it. It's like undeniable, you know, it's just so powerful. So if you're feeling things that are no longer serving you, that's because then the full moon is so powerful. It's literally allowing you to just see like full laser focus of what is actually in your reality and what actually serves you and what is actually bring you balance or imbalance, and to just take some and live the one that it's, you see what I'm saying, like exhausted here. To literally just go with the one that gives you the perfect balance and just kind of like release and let go of the ones that aren't. And that's literally what this full moon is going to do. It's going to put you on the perfect timeline as long as you allow it to guide you and just follow its guidance, word and step and inch of the way. Moreover, what is so special about this full moon and lunar eclipse, which doesn't happen very often at once, is the significance of previously intertwined split timelines finally isolating into a fate timeline based on an individual's progression in their spiritual journey, which is defined by awareness, level of consciousness, and vibration frequency. What that saying is, because we've been like going through a split timeline this past like year, this in this full moon is literally now the split timelines are actually kind of like becoming one, meaning if you were like kind of like feeling like in two timelines that's the whole time, now you're gonna be on one timeline, but that's literally, it's all based on how you have been progressing with your spirituality and consciousness and the vibration and the frequency, and that's where you literally tap into the timeline out of choice based on the one that you actually qualify for. It's kind of like the Olympics where you have to qualify for things, you know. So if you feel like you're kind of like leaning more towards like this is what I really want to do, you'll literally be on that timeline right now as the moving forward, because that's literally what's happening. I mean, I personally, like, I realized how much my company was no longer viable in my life, and even though I'll still like let it run in the background and I have employees take care of it, but I can no longer like be in that business because it doesn't really serve me a purpose besides helping many people like nationwide. But I feel like my new passion and my new purpose and my official purpose moving forward is being a content creator on spirituality, like full-time YouTuber, podcaster, Instagrammer, whatever other platform or ways that I can actually bestow knowledge of spirituality and awareness and consciousness and raise consciousness, and just for ascension, I will do so because that is literally what I am, and I can't really deny it. I can't really choose otherwise. That's literally who I am, and that's the time that I'm going on right now. And this whole day I was just having those that realization, and it's just so amazing. I was like, wow, I was mind blown. I think that's the reason why I couldn't sleep, because I was just so like, I was like transforming myself spiritually, and just like I was just in that whole like not a funk, but it was just this amazing positive funk, I guess. It's like beautiful, like it's hard to explain. It's like it's unfathomable, but it was just something that I never experienced before in my life. So let's just put it that way. It was something that it was unprecedented. It was just beyond words of like literally knowing what your role is, like what is your duty, what is your like due diligence, like what is your purpose, your passion was literally spelled, you know, like my passion literally like spelled out from me. Just like I just can't wait to finish this, edit, upload, and then sleep, so tomorrow morning I can wake up and say, okay, I have enough rest to actually execute everything with a clear mind. Like right now I'm just like all like caffeined out, trying to stay up while I'm going through this transformation and this timeline just thing coming together. Okay, going back here. The entire day today, 1/10/20, which is Friday the 10th of January of 2020. Since I woke up this morning at 9 a.m. with barely 6 hours of sleep, it is actually 5 hours and 20 minutes. It was a transformational roller coaster, both spiritually and physically. I honestly felt super physically exhausted, but super spiritually in tune, like beyond words. I felt my body and soul integrating heavily with massive downloads, like I was just saying, and intuitions all afternoon and even evening time. Last night I was up till 3 a.m. getting some studio time in, and I never in my life felt so alive that I lost track of time and had the most clearest vision and affirmations from my higher being that being a spiritual speaker, influencer, teacher, content creator was my cosmic duty and purpose, and nothing else mattered or made any sense outside of that realm and that reality. As I was making a podcast and video and editing them back to back, one after another, literally yesterday I made a podcast, I shot it, edited it, and uploaded all in the same day. That's really not what I normally do, and also did a video for YouTube. So it's just like I was just clocking it. It was just amazing. The energy was just, the frequency was just beyond words. Like just beautiful. So right for it. I never felt so right for the task, and things were just going so effortlessly that I was able to crunch more work in that small window than I could possibly imagine. I had a voice in my head telling me that this is who you are, and today is your first day as your ideal version. Yeah, that was the other thing. I felt like my ideal version. I was like, wow, so this is what it feels like to be your ideal version, meaning like your best optimal version, on your best timeline. It literally felt, I had like a first dip, like I tasted my mouth. That's how real it was. It was just beautiful. The amount of bliss, clarity, and passion I felt made me speechless and out of body, mindless, and physically restless, and it was unfathomable. It was just beyond words. And regardless of the guidance that you may be given today, you guys, just believe that it is a step in the right direction, even if it may feel foreign or unprecedented. Follow your intuition and guidance, knowing that it will be for your benefit and lead you to your best optimal timeline during the big shift, which is right now in this full moon and the lunar eclipse. Winter is supposed to be a time of planning and investing in ourselves, and that is what you must do at this time to harvest the abundance in the spring of 2020. At this time, we may feel less obligated to heal our karmic past souls due to the heightened awareness of our higher being and true origin in the now during this full moon lunar eclipse. And that's really what I've been feeling this whole week. I feel like there's no more healing myself. I'm already healed. My past has no relevance to my present. So when we live in the now, we realize how the whole we need to clean ourselves. We need to purge ourselves. Yeah, we're purging what we already had in the past. But if we purge all of our past out and just let it go, then there's no reason why we should just go back and pay the price for our ancestors that haven't did their, they still have karmic signatures on them, We realize now that we are all living in the present moment and our soul is timeless, so therefore we should not focus on healing what our ancestors or our older souls or reincarnations did wrong. We should just live our own souls and our own timeline and our own carnation and just allow ourselves to just live in the now and just kind of create from that origin, not have to go back and keep on healing, assuming that we are guilty of healing things that we didn't even do ourselves, So that's the awareness that we're getting, that we're feeling that we're just souls and we have no bounds, we have no borders, we're limitless, so we should just live in the now and just create out of bliss, out of love, and just enjoy life in the now. And that's literally all we are here for, is to expand the collective consciousness and to evolve as one consciousness for ascension. That's the thing that we're getting right now, the awareness. The intuitive trust of going with the flow without doubt or resistance will be the new norm as we raise our frequency during this full moon. Furthermore, many of us will identify ourselves as an extension from Source, like I just think, instead of our ego dark shadow, due to the heightened collective awareness and momentum that is in our atmosphere at this time in the now on this full moon and moving forward. What I'm saying is that because we are on this really amazing momentum right now, we will no longer identify from our ego self, but we will actually identify from our true higher being, meaning that whatever we feel, we will know exactly if it's coming from our ego or if it's something that is coming from our heart. And knowing that, we will actually move forward with the right choices, meaning we will know that this is the right choice because it's coming from our heart, therefore we'll follow our heart instead of our ego, clearly. Lastly, we will feel great gratitude of how far we have come and achieved simply by our inner work and awareness of our reality and the power that we hold in creating it. Tonight, allow yourself to be and become the best version that you could possibly imagine, because going forward, that is the only version that will be viable in your new timeline. Let's do this as one consciousness. Stay vibey, much love, Ari, chosen. So what I'm saying is, this is a version that whatever you're feeling right now, that you are feeling like that's the person that you are, because you are feeling that no matter how whether you believe it or not. If you're having these thoughts, these feelings, these emotions of hey, this is the person that I kind of feel I am, that is not just a coincidence. It's just the fact that that is literally your inner being saying, hey, I know you're not spiritually super awakened, but I'm giving you facts here. Know that you are this person, and it is the time right now. This is the perfect time to actually acknowledge that and move forward, knowing that you are. And by doing so, you'll be actually viable in your timeline, and you'll not go into old timelines again, because now it is a time to actually choose that timeline that you actually qualify for and actually carry on with that timeline moving forward. And that's it. Have an amazing, beautiful, happy full moon. I hope you enjoyed this amazing, cool full moon. Amazing, that little affirmations all over the place. I hope you enjoyed this amazing full moon lunar eclipse. Know that you are literally ready to be yourself, to follow your passion, to live from your heart, to live as your ideal version instead of the version that you have been portrayed to be by the society. You just know that however you are feeling and whatever you are feeling, it is the feeling coming from your inner being intuitively. It is something that you definitely want to pursue and just kind of believe that that is who you truly are, and nothing less, but only more, and always will be. And that said, much love, peace, namaste, stay vibey.